Wow.
And then, you know, another great story, I had a client who worked for 12 years in a school district, and new management, a new principal came in. They just didn't get along, and but she had to stay in this job. We worked out that career plan, but we said, you know, in the meantime, let's you know, get your resume set, send it to some school systems that you're interested in, and we'll follow up. And one of the school systems she was interested in, my friend's mother worked there for years, and I talked to her, got her resume. I said, would you make sure it gets to the right hands? And you know, I'm happy to say in September she's going to start in the school system as a teacher, and she is thrilled.
Fantastic.
And then the final story, I had a client, she came in on a 4:30. She was recommended by a former portfolio manager that I used to work with, and she had been in the United States for 2 years. She had big jobs in HR in Europe. She came here because of her husband, and she just never made the right connections, and she just wasn't doing the type of role that she could do. And that night, I thought of someone, actually a former client, that was looking for an HR manager. I emailed her resume to him at 8 o'clock in the morning. He called her.
Wow. And
within 2 weeks, she had the job. And she is so happy, and she called me and she said, you know, you changed my life, my family's life. And, you know, she was in tears, and she said, you know, how do I thank you? And I said, just pay it forward. And so I also started this group called the Inclusive Connections Group, and it's a Boston area group for networking. And she came, she's a member of the group now, and she's like, Manny, I love the job, and I have 12 positions, so she's going to email me those positions, so hopefully I can help my other clients, which is great.
So really making those connections and then kind of keeping other people in the loop is part of it, kind of developing this whole community of people helping other people, and everyone wins.
That's right.
Because if you connect the right people, then everyone feels good. Oh, I got this great employee. Okay, who else do you know? And it just is a wonderful building thing.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's think about, we've got some viewers watching, job searching tips.
Job searching tips, that's a great question, Kim. I think they sound simple, but the first one is, you know, be prepared. Make sure that your phone message is professional sounding.
Yes.
That you have an email address that's professional. It's not, you know, pookiebear@aol.com.
We've all seen those,
right.
Exactly.
So get a professional.
Short investment firm. Pookie Bear loves you.
Right, exactly. So make sure, you know, those things are taken care of. And then, you know, I have templates that I use for my clients, but, you know, make sure you're prepared for your job search. So you know that people are going to ask you, what do you do, or what do you want to do? So they call that an elevator pitch. It's like, you know, a 30 to 90 second little pitch about yourself and who you are and what you're looking for. So I have a template to help people write theirs.
Fantastic.
And yeah, it's really
that trips
really
people
useful.
up. We have a gentleman who's a frequent guest on Employment for All, and his name is Andrew Winnig, and that's one of his expertise. Is he creates these amazing elevator pitches, both for job searchers and for people who want to network. And people kind of say, wow, since I've been using your elevator pitch, my sales have gone up, way up, or I've been able to connect with people so much better. So it's a huge thing that people overlook. They don't get good at it. And you're like, it's how you introduce yourself to people.
That's right.
It's a critical skill.
It really is. And also, it's also, instead of the job controlling you, the job search process controlling you, I want my clients to be in control of their process. So it doesn't work for everybody, but I have like a spreadsheet template. So once we determine, what is it that you're good at and that you like to do and what's transferable, what industries do you want to work in and can work in, and then, in the next column is what are the companies in those industries that you would want to work for. And then the next column is who are the contacts in those companies that either I know or you know, and then what is it that you want to say about, what it is you're looking for, your background, your accomplishments, and your objective. And some people have even expanded it to put, follow-up, who did I speak to, what's the follow-up action. And this way it's all together in one spreadsheet. And some people just do it in a notebook, but whatever works, that's what's important.
So really to help people kind of take possession of their job search, not kind of let it lead you, to be strategic and really professional about your job search.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Right. Yes.
As we wrap up, Manny, any final words to kind of encourage anyone on the job search?
Well, I don't know if you've seen this, Kim, but I've seen there is encouraging news. I mean, certainly
Yes.
my clients
Absolutely.
are getting jobs. I had two of my clients got jobs last week, one this week. So I'm seeing a change. So
Yes.
keep at it.
Yes.
It will happen. I've
Right.
never heard of someone being out of a job forever.
Right, exactly.
And I think patience is a virtue in
Yes.
this case.
Right, so keep strategically moving forward.
Absolutely.
Make those distinctions, make those connections, and it will happen.
It will.
And I have noticed that as well. The economy is picking up. There is change in the air, so that's a wonderful thing.
It is.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Manny, Correia, thank you very much from Inclusive
Thank you,
Coaching
Kim.
for being on Employment for All today.
Thank you so much, Kim. I really appreciated it. Thank you.
We're so glad to have you here. And I'd like to say thank you once again to our viewers for tuning into Employment for All, where we believe everyone can be successful with the right supports. And as we've talked about today, I want you to look for someone who's really in need of that support and reach out to them, because you might just be that reason to help them reach their full potential. I would also like to say thank you to the Department of Mental Health for sponsoring Employment for All, and I'd like everyone to have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.